What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This clip is from our NCAA basketball breakdown starring Maxwell. Smart. Keep rolling, Max. Great work. We move on to a 7:30 p.m. Eastern start. Texas Southern Tigers, 0-1 on the road, 0-1 overall at Oklahoma State Cowboys, 1-0, 0-0 at home. This is their home debut at Stillwater, Oklahoma. Let's see what we are dealing with from a market perspective. Oklahoma State as 20-point favorites. That's gone up to 20.5. Offshore. This total opened up at 146.5. There's a 147. There are 147.5. Texas Southern opened up its season with a 56-52 loss at Washington State. The Washington State Eastern Washington is also a game on Max's card this evening. That one pops off at 11 p.m. Eastern. That will be the last game on Max's card. The Tigers shot just 29.5% from the field in that season opening loss. Oklahoma opened its season with a 75-68 win at UT Arlington. They out-rebounded UT Arlington 54-33, but turned the ball over 18 times compared to UT Arlington, who only turned the ball over 5 times, just 5 turnovers. Texas Southern, 20-point dogs at Oklahoma State for Oklahoma's home game debut this year. Take it away, Max.
Yeah, this Texas Southern team, Jim, I think that this is the kind of SWAC Texas Southern team that could beat somebody that we're not expecting them to beat in this non-conference season, in this COVID year. When you look at this Texas Southern team and watch them play, and I watched them play against Washington State, this is a team that can play some defense. They got some length. They got some size. They play good three-point defense. I think that this team is going to do a very good job of forcing steals, especially on help defense and double teams and trapping in the corners of the half court. When I look at this roster, I look at Mike Weathers, I look at Galen Alexander, the Georgetown transfer, and then I look at the holdovers and Justin Hopkins and John Walker. These are guys that can score buckets. They have the size. They're not going to get bullied around. And with some experience at a higher major level, I think that's going to play into this game. There's a lot of expectations on this Oklahoma State team, but the reality is they're not that deep. They rely a lot on Isaac Lekili and Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham had a really nice game from watching it, from seeing him drive, from seeing him assert himself on the offense, but he had 5 turnovers. And I care about turnovers. I care about free throws. I care about offensive rebounding. And that's where Matthew Alexander Moncrief comes in. And you'll realize the theme of the show is Max gets to show off all of his favorite Canadian collegiate basketball players. This dude came off the bench, gave you 5 offensive rebounds, gave you double-digit points. I think that he's going to continue to do that. But in this game, the number says Texas Southern. The number moving says Texas Southern. I bet Texas Southern at 21.5. If I have to take a 20 on the show, I will. I just won't be happy about
it. And this total is moving down. When you talk about the Texas, it just moved down a half point at one of the offshores from 147 to 146.5. The others have it at 147.5. It was already a half point lower. So is 20 points going to be your limit here when this becomes available?
Yeah, 100%.
20 will be the limit. Exciting stuff, Max. And I love the way you've so comfortably handled this difficult situation where you're only allowed to use the licensed American books, like, a huge group of the handicappers that we work with that are based in America. Plus 20 is the limit for Max on the Texas Southern Tigers. And after listening to that breakdown, it sounds like a spot I want to tail. So I hope this comes out as soon as possible to give you an opportunity to attack it.